We can control that wrist and go to the local plata here. And we also have an inverted arm bar here. Submissions in the mount in no-gi jiu-jitsu, not MMA, and no-gi jiu-jitsu are a lot harder than in MMA. Because in no-gi jiu-jitsu, all you have to do is T-Rex. You're not worried about anybody punching your face. You just keep your elbows tight. And if you can stay here and be immovable, there are no submissions. But in MMA, all you have to do is start throwing punches and the elbows come up. Yes, he's blocking punches, but he's open for arm triangles here. Arm triangles are very hard to get. You know, you gotta drive the elbow up and you gotta pin them down. It's a slow, methodical move in non-striking grappling. But when there's punches, as soon as you throw punches down, his arms are ready to go right into an arm triangle. Also, his arms go up to clear transition to spiderweb. And grappling without punches, it's hard to transition to spiderweb. You can't get that deep hook in unless his arm's here. Now you can get this deep hook in to attack the arm. You hook the leg and you sit back. Sorry. So when there's strikes, transitions to the arm triangle and to spiderweb are so much easier. Way easier than pure no-gi grappling. Again, arm triangle and spiderweb. The most dangerous dominant position or dead zone in all of jiu-jitsu, to me, is spiderweb. Although the back, the truck, and the mount positions are all excellent, to me, when done properly, when done the 10th planet way, spiderweb is the hardest to defend. The biggest difference between the 10th planet way of playing spiderweb and the traditional way of playing spiderweb is mainly the philosophy. Most jiu-jitsu fighters look for the submission in the transition to spiderweb, when I look for the ultimate control in the transition. Obtaining perfect spiderweb control is the main goal here. The traditional way of playing spiderweb is attacking the right arm. In this case, if I was on the other side, I'd be attacking his left arm. But if I'm on this side and I'm playing traditional spiderweb, I'm attacking his right arm with my right arm and basing out here. And sometimes you cross the feet, sometimes it looks just like this. It's effective and it works. It's better with the gi. Without the gi, you don't see it too much in MMA. You don't see it that often. You don't see anybody dominating from this position in MMA too much. The main reason is because when you attack like this, you're allowing your opponent's legs to be free to swing around and get on top or spin away, get on top this way, or spin away. Legs are free to do whatever they want. It's not that effective. Perfect spiderweb control is attacking the right arm with the left arm, the deep left hook, as deep as possible. This is not a deep left hook. The inside of your elbow's got to be touching the inside of his elbow, and you're reaching for your hip. This is the most important piece of spiderweb. The leg over the face and crossing the ankles, you can do that later. If you don't have this deep hook, you don't have anything. The deep hook is the most important thing in all the transitions to spiderweb. If you can't put that deep left hook in, he's gone. I can't put that in there. He's just going to suck his elbow and spin, and his elbow's going to hit the ground. You must reach for that hip. If you can grab your shorts or your pants, that's the best. Very hard for him to escape. Now, of course, crossing the ankles with the outside ankle on the bottom and doing leg curls, that's also important. But the second most important thing, that's third. The second most important thing is controlling the legs here. making it so he can't get on top of you and stack you. You're on top of him. He should stay on his back. If you're controlling his legs, he can't spin away from you. He can't corkscrew out. And doing leg curls and crossing your ankles keeps him from corkscrewing out. So there's double insurance. You got this and you got this. This is perfect spider web. He's not going anywhere. And from here, I covered all the breaks from here. It's good to learn 5, 6, 7, master 8 different ways to make him tap from this position. My favorite is the arm crush from here. Because at this position, the last thing he wants to do is extend his arm. He's doing everything he can to contract his arm. But when we throw an arm crush on top of him, I bring my right leg over, figure 4 my legs, and go under his ankle. Now that's the last thing he wants to do is keep his arm bent. He wants to straighten out or he's going to tap. And again, I don't let go of the legs at all, ever. There's no way he could spin out. And either I'm going to squeeze my knees together and tap him by twisting towards my left and karate chopping through my leg. If the arm pops out, I'm going to continue to hold the leg and just bring my left leg over his face. This is in the best control of his body, but as long as you have control of his legs, you arm bar him with one arm here. It's very important to learn how to control and arm bar your opponent with one arm, with the inside of your elbow right here, controlling the legs. If you let go of the legs, he can spin free, and he's out. Perfect spider web is always controlling those legs, maintaining the position, controlling the position. If we're going to spider web here, say we're in MMA, we're doing the smashing web, slide up to S mount, deep hook is the most important thing. Second most important thing, go grab that leg before you sit back, because he's already trying to sit up. We grab the leg, swing him back. We don't have the submission. We might not get the submission for another minute or two. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to control him here. We just want to control him, and then we throw on an arm crush, tap him here, he pops his arm out, and then we're here. This deep hook transition in spiderweb starts from the gangster lean. We're at a gangster lean. We're trying to set up a slow triangle, perhaps, and he manages to get his right arm through to defend. He brings his right arm through. We abandon the slow triangle, and we immediately put that deep hook in. It's right there staring at us in the face. We pull that arm up, wrap my right leg around his shoulder in the S mount, and before our ass hits the ground, we're already hugging the leg. So it's deep hook, hug the leg, sit down, cross your ankles. We're in perfect spider web, ready to attack. Arm crush, arm bar, triangle. Again. We're in the gangster lean. We're pinning his wrist down. I'm trying to keep his right arm out of the mix. I want that triangle, but he slips through. Or sometimes I could just let him slip through because I want to go to spiderweb. He slips through to defend this arm. I stick the deep hook in, lift that wrist up. I'm an S mount, hook the leg before I sit back to prevent the scramble. And now I'm in spiderweb. A new way to break, to tap them from spiderweb that I didn't have in the Mastering the Twister book is the douchebag. This one here, same thing. You don't ever let go of the leg, but now all I'm doing is putting my foot right on his neck, pushing it, and extending the arm, and the arm pops right out. Very high percentage move. We're going to start with the very basic transition from the back. He's going to get on his elbows or on his back. Very common position in MMA, in jiu-jitsu. Most people would want to stay on the back. and work for the rear naked choke. But if time's running out, you got a minute left, you might want to think about different transitions. We can transition the spider web here, the other dead zone, or we can transition to the truck. If you're on someone's back here, you can be on his back on top of him, or you could be on his back and he's on top of you. His first transition is on his back when you're on top. He's defending the rear naked choke. He's got great defense. So the first move here in transitioning to the truck is a close cousin of the back. Instead of two hooks, we have one hook, nice and deep. And we're at a right angle now, all right? This is the first transition that I teach people when I'm teaching the twister. Very, very important to master this one. We're on his back. We have an over-under. We decide to transition, pull the right leg hook out, spin. All your weight is on the small of his back, both hands on his ankles here, or we can come through here and grab D'Souza control. As I rotated, I stuck my left hook as deep as possible and over his ankle on this side. So we got the over-under, we're aborting the back. Remove your right hook, sink your left hook in as deep as possible, and now we're at a 90-degree angle. I'm gonna grab his ankles with both hands,